I'm Steph.
I'm Vicki.
And today we're in my kitchen and we're going to use a peel and stick stone tile to turn this into this. Join us as we peel and stick Steph's new backsplash.
First we did a dry run of the tile placement. Then we moved on to prepping the wall. We used a heat gun to soften the old caulk. Then we used a caulk removal tool to have a smooth base for the tile. We cleaned the wall and countertop edge with mineral spirits. Next we needed to prime the wall, so we used frog tape to protect the edges and vertical stopping points. We used Kilt's primer as the tile instructions suggested. Frog tape is great in this application because it gives you a very clean, painted edge with no bleed through. Once dried, we removed the frog tape. Once the surface was prepped, we moved on to fitting our tile. To cut around the outlets, we used the plate as a guide, marking just within the plate to be sure the plate completely covered the tile. The tile has natural breaks, which we try to utilize when marking outlet cuts. When an edge ended on a natural break, we just used a utility knife to cut away the backing. We used the previous tile laid over the new tile to figure out where to cut the next tile. The vertical cuts were easy to make with 10 snips. Horizontal cuts were made with rubber mallet and chisel. We continued to lay out our tile and make cuts for the outlets and switches. The backing was very easy to remove. We did a light fit to make sure the placement was right, then we pushed firm to get a strong hold. We replaced the covers as we went. When we came to the window molding, we decided to make a paper pattern of the trim. We drew out the pattern, cut it out, and traced it onto the tile to be cut. To finish off the smaller sections, we used leftover pieces of cut tile and put it into place. For some spots, we made a paper guide. We cut out the paper guide and traced it onto the tile. To finish the edges, we used a scrap piece of molding and cut it to size on the miter saw. We primed, painted, and put it into place using finishing nails.
The key to any successful DIY project is to read the directions, and that's what we did. We read the directions cover to cover.
One thing to note is when we were cutting the tile, we noticed that some of the stone came off, which is totally normal, but it made our hands a little itchy, so you might want to wear gloves if you're going to use this product. And another thing is when we were cutting around the molding on my window, we made a little paper guide. As we were doing that, I found this tool, and this is called a contour gauge. And basically this you put around the molding, and it will make a little cutout of exactly the cut you need to make in your tile, so that can make things easier. For $7, it seems like a good investment for this type of project.